get that.
I actually have good eyesight, believe it or not. I might be able to see that. Get that mother effing chat fired up. If you're not in here talking hockey, all right, we're live.
Nice outfit, man.
Thanks, man. You too. Look at those pants, dude. The OG Nikes. Bring those back.
Nasty. I was surfing on eBay like 2 weeks ago, and I was looking for some Nike swag, and I saw these 96 World Cup of Hockey breezer pants. Do you call them breezers or pants, by the way?
I will never say breezers.
Why do people like Wisconsin, Minnesota, you call them breezers? It's weird.
To me, that was a Minnesota high school hockey thing, saying breezers. They just call them pants.
Yeah.
Show them the Nike on the side, too. I don't know if they can see that. Those are absolutely nasty. Those are sick. Dude, you got to wear those on the plane. You're nuts if you don't.
Yeah, I think I'm going to wear them right on the bird.
You should. No one's ever wore that. Oh, look at the chat fired up. Guys, if you haven't noticed, we're not in my living room. Welcome into the chat, the #1 live hockey podcast in the world. If you're in the chat and you're not talking hockey, shut the fuck up. We are at Secured Sneakers in Scottsdale, the premier destination to get any sort of drip, if you will. Sneakers, T-shirts, hoodies, there's fucking everything in here, dude.
Yeah, this place drips like a leaky
hats,
tailpipe, leaky faucet. I mean, it's unbelievable in here. This is where we come and get our sneakers. And yeah, man, this pop-up pod series we're doing, and credit to you of kind of coming up with the ideas. It's nasty. It keeps it fresh, keeps it clean. It is Thursday. It is ladies' night, Scottsdale, Arizona. But yeah, man, this setup, unbelievable. Like, this is what I want at my crib someday. When you just go into your closet and you're like, oh yeah, there's the Dunks, there's the 4s, there's the Air Force Ones, there's the drive-by ones. And then you can kind of just pick out your sneaker for the day.
And also shout out to Secured for having your butter golf hats in here. Yes. You can still get those too. But yeah, I always say whenever I come in here, they hook it up and I take a picture of my the shoebox in my trunk. And people are asked like, oh, like, do you get paid to do that? It's like, no, I really fucking like this store. It's the best store to get your shit in Scottsdale. So great ownership. Shout out to the owner sitting right there. But yeah, dude, it's Thursday morning. Like you said, it's ladies' night. Get that chat buzzing. How about the Four Nations, dude?
It was unbelievable. And man, last night after that game, when we ripped essentially a 3-hour pod, I went home. I was so fired up. I mucked 2 pounds of ground bison. That's how fired up I was. I'm still burping it up right now. It's disgusting.
I was actually awake till like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I was wired.
I was fired up.
It felt like we played in that game. When you do a 3-hour pod like that, you come out of it, you can't just unwind. Because when you have that typewriter jaw going for 3 hours, like we had it going yesterday, it's fucking crazy.
It actually went through my head when I was in bed. I was like, why? I feel like a jolt of energy. And I got to go on the record and say this. I was calling the Four Nations a money grab and it was stupid. And I was going to enjoy it regardless. I'm not an idiot. When the best players are playing together, it's always going to be exciting. But I was kind of expecting it to be like the first 10 minutes of the period. And then it just broke out into an unbelievable game. So, yeah, dude, I'm excited for USA to play. That's tonight, right?
USA, Finland tonight.
But yeah, what an opening start to the tourney.
This is a hockey show, and we did cover a hockey game yesterday. But I want to just give credit in all seriousness to the Swedish team, the Swedish coach, the adjustments they made in game after the first period, especially. Like, they definitely went back to the locker room, probably like, all right, boys, let's have a smoke. Let's chill out a little bit. We got absolutely hemmed in the first 10 minutes. McDavid was skating at a level I had never seen. Drew Doughty after the game, so that was the fastest hockey game he's ever played in. But in the game, the Swedish coach, they made adjustments where they were able to establish a cycle game. They were able to clog up the middle, not have McDavid coming just down the pipe with so much speed, and guys like McKinnon, and they really just kind of, they almost boxed it up a little bit in the neutral zone. And that was something I really noticed. I was like, wow, that was actually really good coaching, especially mid-game after a first period like that. A lot of times some coaches, they just get stuck in their ways of like, we got to play like a certain style. But Sweden really, really keened in on that and really did a good job of just, limiting Canada's speed through the neutral zone.
Yeah, I mean, this is a hockey show. Also, another thing that I don't know if people know about, because I know everything about hockey, you got to think Canada comes out in that first 10. They're playing on Canadian soil. They might have just shot their load too early, and Sweden was doing a pretty good job at weathering that storm. I don't know if it was intentional because they looked like shit, but like you said last night, they kind of lulled them to sleep. I almost thought I was going to fall asleep a little bit there. But yeah, dude, shout out to the coach. I mean, fuck, it's important. It's crazy how important coaches are. People forget that.
Yeah, that is.
Like, if you have a coach like Mike Yeo, who's a huge pussy, that you always say. It's just, how do you play for a guy like that? You got to play for someone you like.
Yeah, if you're playing for an absolute bitch like like you have no respect.
You would say he's an absolute bitch, like as a.
I don't know if he's a bitch. He's such a phony. You know what I mean? He walks in the locker room and you're like, I don't respect this guy.
Yeah.
He's a pigeon. But then you have a nasty coach like John Cooper or some of these guys, Jim Montgomery, where it's like, okay, wow, my coach is instilling swag into me. But I just want to go back to that first 10 minutes. Like McDavid, when he saw Mario Lemieux come on the ice, he must have just got so horny because, man, it's like he almost tapped into a side of his brain where, I don't know, man. It was special. It was
special ed.
That's what I'm saying. It was like an IQ level of like Elon Musk. Like you're on the spectrum, but in a good way.
Yeah, like I always say this, McDavid's my favorite retarded player, and that's not an insult to him. It's
actually a compliment.
It is. You can't be that good. You can't move your feet and your brain that fast and process everything that's going on unless you're a little bit autistic. And yes. I mean that in the most complimentary way that I can. I don't know how he does it. I don't think anybody knows how he does it. He's different, man. Imagine like that power play too. What was it?
Oh my God.
McStevens, McKinnon, and
Crosby,
Makar, and Crosby,
and then Reinhardt, a 50-goal scorer in the bumper spot, just in case you need a middle release outlet for a slot shot. But that first power play was insane. Makar walks the line, he gets inside the dot, snaps it back over to McDavid. McDavid coming downhill with so much goddamn speed, finds Crosby on the goal line, and Crosby in one motion just does a little bit of a silhouette turn to his backhand and finds McKinnon on the back door through Ekholm's body. It was like, what is going on? And it's crazy that Sid is still the best player for Canada at 37 years old.
Fucked up.
The Cole Harbour native.
Dude, it's so insane.
He's still the best player.
He is. Yeah.
Amongst all the kids.
I think he could play for like 6 or 7 more years, and I'm not kidding.
If he doesn't have any more head injuries, knock on Damian Woody, he could play till he's probably Gordie Howe's age, 50. The guy's a freak.
That long?
Dude, he put Gustav Forsling on rollerblades, an unbelievable skater. He took him wide, stopped him up, did a little bit of a shoulder check, found Rosetta Stone right in the middle of the ice for another goal. I mean, the guy had 3 assists in an international game, best on best. Like, what can he do?
Just casually.
He's so good.
Did you see that?
And that pass to Marner, people don't realize how good of a play that is when he's coming into the zone. He realizes he's 1-on-3. He takes a shoulder check right when he crosses the blue line and sends it back to Marner with speed. And now all of Sweden is at a standstill right on their own blue line, and he allows Marner to get a shot on and score.
I love when people give Marner credit. Like last night, everyone was stoked for Marner because he gets shit on so much in the playoff. Not so much, just idiots on the internet. Like everyone, you know how the internet is. But I feel like Leafs fans, he gets a lot of flack, and he's kind of the whipping boy sometimes. So to see him do that internationally and kind of like be that OT hero was good. I think he deserves that. I mean, the guy, he's a nasty player.
Oh, he's unbelievable. He gets obviously flack when it comes to the playoffs, and there's clips of him pulling the parachute like a suicide bomber coming out of the corners. But at the same time, you got to respect his skill.
Yeah, you do. And speaking of respect, McKinnon and McDavid were on. This is the most we've ever talked about hockey.
It's a hockey show, man.
I don't know how many we got in the chats Thursday morning. This is usually not when we start ripping it, but yeah, someone said holy hockey show.
We're talking about is hockey right now.
McKinnon and Crosby were back out on the ice this morning. They're first 2 guys on the ice. Like they are absolutely. I don't even think they slept.
See, that's the thing with those guys. It's like even if they were on break right now, they'd be skating somewhere. I remember when Crosby went on an all-star break. He actually went with my buddy Garrett the Hammer Wilson, who was called up at the time with Pittsburgh. And he's like, "Hey, Hammer, what are you doing for the break?" And he's like, "Well, fuck, I might be getting sent down back to Wilkes-Barre." And Hammer found out after the game that he was going to get the break with the National League team. That's always a big sign of you're probably going to be up for the year. So Crosby's like, "Hey, our last game here is in Vegas. I'm going to Jackson Hole tomorrow." So Hammer actually flies to Jackson Hole with Crosby. Crosby brings his bag to Jackson Hole and finds like an outdoor rink one of the days and is out there just like stick handling and doing like a one-on-one session. So these guys, they don't take any time off, is what I'm saying.
So what do you do if you're another guy in the league? There's nothing you could do. There's not, even if you're Sweden, you're like, bro, this guy's already, if you're Sweden and you woke up today and you go on Twitter and you see that Crosby and McKinnon are already on the ice, you're just like, yeah, I mean, we should have lost. I mean, we almost had him, but How do you play against guys like that?
You feel like such a piece of shit. And even like Ryan O'Reilly, who was an unbelievable player, maybe not at that level, but still a Conn Smythe winner. I remember days in St. Louis, I'd be showered up, leaving the rink, and I'd stretch after practice, and I would get out of there, and I'd played like 9 minutes the night before, and O'Reilly would still be on the ice. That's when you feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm making league minimum. I'm playing 9 minutes a night. I'm probably scratched tomorrow, and O'Reilly is still working on his faceoffs. Like, dude, get off the ice. But that's what makes him great. And then I'm sitting there like, well, fuck. I don't know if I'm cut out for this shit because I'm already sick of hockey, and it's only November, and O'Reilly's still on the ice for 3 hours after practice. What is going on?
I was just about to ask you, did you see that and get inspired? And you're like, fuck, I got to work harder because I'm on league minimum making $800K. You're probably taking home like $100K after taxes and
pay your masseuse,
escrow. Yeah, your masseuse, your nutritionist. You're basically
your skunk.
You're basically Ubering to the rink at that point. You can't even afford a car. Yeah, you're paying for your chick. You're pretending like you're on an 8x8, but you're really not making shit. Did you see that and you get like inspired and work a little harder? Or did you see it and you were really like, oh fuck, like this is I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean every guy's different. You got to find your own regiment in hockey and in the game. But yeah, I saw that and I said, fuck. Like I thought I worked hard, but I saw that and I was like, Jesus, that would just burn me out. And this guy's doing this every day. Like he's got the sticks out there. He's doing like little sauce plays over it. He's working on his touches. He's working on his net front plays. He's working on his dot shots. He's coming out of the corner doing cutbacks. I'm like, he's got young guys out there. I'm like, holy fuck, like this guy, he's an absolute animal. And the thing about O'Reilly too is he's no stranger to a Guinness either, or a shot of Jameson.
Yeah, different.
Like that guy, he can burn it at both ends and still be the best player. That's why I have so much respect for a guy like O'Reilly, because a lot of these guys like McDavid, obviously I have respect for him, but he's a milk drinker. O'Reilly,
yeah,
whiskey drinker.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good point you brought up, because you have to respect guys that aren't as good, but they booze.
Yes.
Or guys that are really good, but they booze a little bit. They have fun. That's why it's kind of like, I'm not going to sit here and hate on Bedard. I'm not a hater, but when he came out and said like, hey, I've never had a slice of pizza, I was like, dude, like, I don't even know if I could be a fan of you. Like, I like a guy that eats like shit every once in a while, a guy that's human, but still capable of playing in the league.
You see Bedard's down here right now?
In Scottsdale?
Yeah, he was on the wood a couple nights ago at the Suns game.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, we should get him on the show.
Maybe we should. Maybe I take all that back. I'm a huge fan of Bedard and his diet. Why do you think he's down? Like he must party a little.
Well, he must be. Yeah, he probably met his buddies from Vancouver down here, and I'd like to think they got some skunks with them, some trim. I don't know. I mean, why do you come to Scottsdale?
Pussy. You know,
if you don't drink, I mean, what else do you come down here for?
Yeah,
golf, I guess.
The chicks are. This is the longest we've ever went without talking about pussy. By the way, so
we're back on pussy.
Yeah, we're back on pussy. But yeah, I mean,
ASU. Like, if you're Bedard, I would be just milling around Mill Avenue.
That would be so easy. That would be so sick
like,
for
just
him.
Tell him you're Connor Bedard. I don't even know if he could talk to a chick though. To be honest, I mean, I don't know the kid, but not that you'd even have to talk at that point because you could just DM.
Yeah.
You up?
Yeah. I wonder if the young
what are you
guys,
doing tonight?
Yeah, I wonder if the young guys utilize Instagram, like just Instagram, because everyone's such an iPad baby now.
Can you wheel on TikTok, or is it like, can you DM on TikTok? I'm not a TikTok guy. I know you're not, but can you?
I don't know. I know you can like tip girls money on there, like if they're like shaking
really?
their ass. Yeah, I know a girl that like she won't like show her ass all the way, but there's like a ton of dudes from like the Pakistan area and like Saudi Arabia and that are like tipping her and telling her to like open your boobs, you know, like there's guys in the chat, but I don't know if you can DM. Yeah, you can. There's like a section of TikTok that gets like pretty pay to play.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's almost like a OnlyFans avenue.
Yeah, but it's more like
That's
classy.
Pretty cool.
It's more classy, like no nipples or anything, but you could do that.
Upscale OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Country club OnlyFans.
Someone said TikTok is the OnlyFans for poor people. I don't know exactly how it's worked. Someone said it sounds like he knows from experience. No, I've actually never been in one of those chats. I just can't dish out money to OnlyFans chicks. It's just like, I mean, I respect the hustle, just not for me, you know, like.
Yeah, especially when you get into a chat with one of those chicks, it's not actually her talking to you. It's her assistant who's a dude.
No, it's like a huge black dude in Jamaica behind the screen.
Yeah.
They like hire guys from like the Caribbean to
kind of cool that they're dirty talking to you while she's sending you recycled pictures.
Yeah, The dudes send them pictures. Too.
Yeah.
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 Like when you subscribe to a girl's OnlyFans, it's a lot of the times it's never the girl. Think about it. How are they supposed to keep up with 4,000 dudes?
Yeah.
They
No,
have
that's a good point. They have to have a manager. They have to have a nuke picture manager.
Yeah,
and that's a dude.
So basically, OnlyFans guys are sexting dudes, which is kind of nails.
Some dude in Turks and Caicos.
Yeah.
Working at a 3-star resort.
Well, that's the deal. You got to hire a team of people where it's like tax free. The loophole. So you hire a team
loophole.
You hire a team of dudes in Curacao to run your OnlyFans. Like, dude, if I was a chick, I would definitely do that.
Well, you can't do it alone. Everyone needs a good team.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
How do you win championships?
With a good team.
You have to have a really good team out there.
You got to have a good OnlyFans.
This is a hockey show.
This is a hockey show, but we're in a sneaker shop right now. As you can see, dude, I like hanging out in sneaker shops. It gives me that like barbershop vibe. Like it makes me want to
get a fade.
Yeah, it makes me want to skateboard or like DM a black chick or something.
Imagine you got a fade.
I would if the price is right.
When's the last time you had short hair?
Oh my god, dude.
It would be so funny.
Probably like 7th grade. Like real
imagine you got a Turkish fade. You got lined up. You should go get lined up, man.
If we got to hit like a milestone, and I'll do it. If we hit a certain if we hit 10,000 subscribers by the time this stream is over, so if we get 8,000 subscribers in the next 40 minutes, I will get a Turkish fade.
So it's the 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4.
Yeah, and that would also break my tradition of going to Great Clips, which I really like going there. Dude, Great Clips fucks up your hair so bad when you walk out of there. It's like you're jet lagged, like you're dizzy. They fuck your shit up.
Well, especially with the air you're breathing in there too. You don't know what's going on.
Dude, they're coughing all over you. One of the scariest
things
like
cigarettes and chewing tobacco. It smells like Red Man.
When you have
Red Man and pussy.
Did you say Red Man?
Yeah.
Do you know kids that chew Red Man?
Yeah, I used to.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, all the time.
Red Man, the one that's like you really
gotta dig it's tobacco leaves. Yeah. It's great.
Oh, dude, why were you doing that?
It's called America's Best now because they had to take the Indian out of it, which makes me upset because I got a little Indian in me.
Yeah, you do, dude. You're lucky. It's hard being just a white dude. It's so fucking gay. But anyway, what made you chew Red Man? Like,
I was playing.
So gnarly.
I was playing baseball, and my favorite manager was Terry Francona. And Terry Francona would always wrap his Red Man with double bubble. So you get the double bubble gum, and then you'd wrap it with Red Man, and you have just like a half can of that shit. You throw it in your cheek, and you chew on it in center field at like 13 years old.
It's like an Alabama burrito right there.
Oh my god,
bubblegum wrapped in goddamn.
You know how cool you feel when you're chewing at like 14 years old and you're playing Little League? It's unbelievable.
It's the best.
Because if you get caught by the ump, you get kicked out of the game. So you got to hide it, and then when you go to the dish to hit, you either got to gut it, or you got to act like it's sunflower seeds or take it out. So it was kind of the game within the game is learning how to chew in Little League was one of the cooler things.
If you chew in Little League, dude, I knew a kid that chewed for like 10 to 15 years, and I knew him when he was like 21.
Yeah.
I think I told you about this guy before. He was on my team in junior. He had 2 kids, and then he would scam student loan money and use it to buy sticks. Like he was such a beauty. He's on 100% in jail right now, probably. But he was a guy that was chewing Red Man like since a young age. Like this kid was a mutant. Like he was barely a person. He was actually nasty at hockey. He's just one of those kids that like you knock a chick up a couple times.
Yep. You get a neck tattoo, and the next thing you know, you have an ankle bracelet on from 18 to 25.
Yeah, I don't even know if he was a citizen in this country. I don't even know where he was born.
Oh, he's not the first.
Yeah, what a beauty. But
this is a hockey show. But that reminds me of just Bo Ellis, my Little League coach, like I've told you about all the time with Yappa.
Oh, I love this guy. I don't even know him, and I
love
him.
Bo Ellis was the guy that got us all addicted to chew as a coach, and it's my buddy's dad, Louis Ellis. Shout out to Louis Ellis if you're listening to my friend Chicago IL's finest. But Bo Ellis would always have this famous joke, and I've told it on here before, but I have to tell it again. And we had this kid named Luke Yap on our team. Luke Yap played D1 baseball. He played at Northern Illinois, and prior to this, we were 12, 13 years old. And he would do this joke like once or twice a season. He'd be like, Yappa, who'd you got in a fight last night? And Luke Yap at 12 or 13 years old, he'd be like, what, Bo? Like, what are you talking about? Like, coach, I didn't get in a fight. He'd be like, Yappa, who'd you got in a fight last night? And Bo was just half cocked, probably brown bagging it at the time during the game. Be like, Yappa, who'd you got in a fight last night? He goes, no, I didn't. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, who'd you got in a fight? He's like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, I heard you beat the shit out of your dick. So it would just be like imagine hearing that at 13. That's like what I came from in just kind of rural Wisconsin, a bunch of just redneck beauties. But yeah, Shout out to Bo Ellis, man. That was just an all-time classic joke.
Shout out to Bo Ellis, who's a grown man getting Little League baseball players hooked on chew and making jokes about jerking off. I mean, that's kind of how you grow up, you know.
You do, man.
You hang out with your uncle, like that one uncle I had that had all those Playboy magazines in his bathroom, and they were all like super sticky. And the way I found it is there was a magazine and it had a boat on it, but it was the back of the magazine. And I flipped it over and it was Playboy. Just my uncle by himself, divorced. This is the guy that got charged with strangulation. He strangled somebody on a highway.
Yes.
Like good dude, but just has a little bit of a temper.
Yeah, I mean, it got a little carried away. I mean, everyone has road rage.
Yeah. So I probably shouldn't be saying that, but because I don't know if it got dropped. It might have got expunged. But anyway, my whole point of this is like you need those irresponsible adults in your life. It's a part of growing up.
It is.
I would have never seen titties at the age I did if it wasn't for my uncle who had a stack of Playboy magazines in his bathroom.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
back then they didn't have iPhones to jerk off. Like I know there's a hockey show, but like you had to be subscribed to Playboy basically.
Yeah, if you wanted to tug to anything, especially in the shitter, it had to be a magazine, which is crazy to think because now you can just go rub one out right on your phone or an iPad or whatever you have.
iPod Touch.
Or need iPod Touch.
First time I saw porn was on a iPod Touch.
First time I got a nudie was on an LG flip phone. Looked like a Tetris board.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. Like 9th grade. I was like, whoa, this is nice.
Yeah.
But you do need those offside adults because a lot of the times it's not going to be coming from your parents. They're trying to set an example or maybe they're not around. You need those people in your life that are like your uncle, maybe a family friend or your buddy's dad, like someone to kind of show you the ropes of like you can do this in life and you can have some fun.
Yeah, I had one uncle that he would hang out with a bunch of criminals. You need an uncle with that criminal element for sure. That is a part of growing up for sure. Like I would have never learned how to like I don't know, man. I don't want to say too much, but I would have never learned how to use fireworks if it wasn't for one of my uncles. Like he would just give us fireworks and a lighter and we'd be in the garage. He's like, just set them off. I don't give a shit.
Yep. Yeah, I would have never learned how to shoot a gun unless I had a couple of my redneck uncles, right?
Yeah.
Grab a gun and just see what happens. That's the first time I ever got scope fucked. You know what scope fucked is? When you look through the scope and you kind of lift off and just hits you right in the forehead and it splits you open. Ooh,
no.
Like a 2:45, fella. Split open.
When's the first time you shot a gun?
12.
Damn, dude.
13, something like that.
Shit.
Yeah. And then we'd always go shoot guns too in Sioux City when I was playing junior there because there was nothing else to do besides wheel of Mexican chicks. But yeah.
There's Mexican chicks in Sioux City?
Yeah, because there's a Tyson chicken factory there. So they have a bunch of illegals work there. And then they obviously it's on the Nebraska side, so it's a little more ratchet. But yeah, there was a good amount of Mexican chicks. Pretty hot too.
That's the best when there's like Hispanic girls. Like remember in Utah? There's just a ton of Argentinian chicks.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
Park City.
It's cool.
Yeah, they import them.
Straight off the boat.
We got to get to Argentina.
Dude, hockey night from Argentina. We might do one from Moscow, which is crazy.
Which is really sweet.
I told my mom about that.
Yeah.
She was like freaking out. She was texting me all day. She's like, Rob, seriously, don't go to Russia.
The thing is people are scared of Russia, but Russians want Americans there because it looks good for them. It's good business.
Well, it's just because like ever since the Griner thing.
Well, yeah, you can't bring your own dope in there. Like I would tell you, like, dude, don't bring dope.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not like that. I mean, I would fit in. I mean, I got Ukrainian in my blood. Oh, actually, that might not be good. I don't know if they could sniff that out or not.
No, I don't. I think he'd be all right. They do. I'm telling you right now, like from everyone that plays over there, American dudes, like they go out of their way because they want that look of American people over there, even in a war. They're like, wow, see, there are people over here from the U.S.
That's like when you go to India. You ever hear about this? If you actually go to India, they treat you so fucking well. They treat like they encourage.
I want to go there.
We should do hockey night from India.
From the Taj Mahal?
Hell yeah, dude. But they treat their guests like guests. Like when someone comes over to your house, it's just like if they're staying there, you provide clean towels and all that shit. Like that's what I do. I mean, some guys don't, but I try to make it comfortable for my guests. That's like India. They do that.
India's great.
This is a hockey show. Have you been there?
No, but that's where my grandpa's from. I want to get over there.
Straight
out. I want to get to his village.
That would be dope, dude.
Imagine doing a show over there.
I mean, we could do one anywhere. That's
that thing. Indian ball hockey league looked pretty good, man. That one guy was good.
You see the Pakistan Elite League picking up? They're going crazy on the drums. It has that European atmosphere.
Call it the Pell, yeah.
There's nothing like a European. I know that's not in Europe, but I feel like everywhere besides the United States, the crowds go nuts.
Oh, it's insane. And Saudi Arabia is booming right now, too. That's another spot we got to maybe get over for a live golf event. Saudi Arabia just got clubs where you can booze at, and it's only for tourists.
Wait, what do you mean? Like nightclubs?
Yeah, so you couldn't drink over there before, and now they just put in nightclubs where tourists can go to drink because they're trying to build it up like Dubai.
Yeah, because you used to not be able to. I've heard about that.
Yeah.
You can't drink.
And
or
the trim is insane over there.
the
So-
chicks are hot,
Chicks are hot everywhere, man.
dude. It's so.
Shout out to chicks. We got any chicks in the chat?
Are there any chicks in the chat? Someone said, "What kind of uncle are you guys? Do you guys plan on being?" I don't know. I never thought about that.
I want to be like that black uncle at the cookout. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Telling jokes, making ribs, hanging out, and then getting on the ball court talking shit the whole time. Like hard but funny.
Yeah.
Not actually hard with my wrench, but just like hard on the kids because they got to learn that life is hard. You can't just be a coddly little bitch. Like a lot of times I think parents get in that trap where you need that almost that hard uncle that's going to be, talk shit, get in your face,
Yeah.
show you the way, be that OG. How about you?
Like an OG. I don't know. I'm trying to think of my siblings have kids. I don't know what kind of uncle I'll be. I mean, I'm not gonna like do what my uncle did and like teach me how to drunk drive and teach me how to set off fireworks and shit like that. But
Right.
I don't know. I really don't even know, man. I have no idea.
I guess you got to have one of your siblings have a kid first.
Yeah. My mom's like begging for grandkids too. I'm just like, dude,
I know.
what do you want me to do? I don't even have dude, I have a podcast with 0 sponsors. Like, what do you want? You want me to raise a family on that?
Yeah. I mean, you're not to get too much into our families, but we're 1 for 3 in the Schmaltz household with a relationship. And right now the Gucci household's 0 for 3. So.
Oh my God.
So together we're 1 for 6. Like, I don't know.
Well, also like my mom, like everyone gets divorced in my family. And she
Yeah.
actually told me to stop talking about this, but, so no one listen right now, but everybody gets divorced. So she wants that like one that's going to work. Like, she's like, you know what? I know that one of my kids is going to get married. It's going to be like nice and they're going to have a good family.
Yeah.
Because no one else has done it. If you do that in my family, you're like the Michael Jordan. Like it's hard to do that.
Oh yeah. It's like a white cornerback.
I don't know why it's so hard. I think it's because everyone's just like a booze bag.
It's like being Cooper DeJean in the NFL, the white cornerback that made it. But yeah, this is our love segment of Hockey Night in Scottsdale, and we're looking for it, man.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Just imagine we both have chicks eventually and we're still doing the show. We'd bring them on.
If they listen to one of our episodes, they would leave us.
I can't even. I told the story already, but I know somebody that told this girl I know. They were talking about me, and the girl goes, "I can't bring him home to my dad."
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you're kind of right, because the second they listen to your show, you're done.
Yeah, and there's a chick that listens to this show that's actually hot. I'm not gonna say her name, but I was like, probably a year ago trying to like maybe like, hey, can we hang out? She's like, no, like you're just way too offside. I'm like, but you laugh at her joke. She goes, yeah, but church and state's a little different. I said, all right, that's fair.
Yeah, it's actually, people don't think about the life of podcasting. Like, do you have any idea how hard it is to find a girlfriend? You can't.
You can't. No,
because she turns on your show one time and you're talking about doing ketamine in a bathroom in Chicago, and she's like,
Yep,
you're done.
And then you're telling a story about you getting your nipples sucked on a Tuesday. Yeah, it was 3 months ago.
That is true. You're digging yourself a hole with that, because
right,
we talked about your nipples getting pinched from that chick like 4 episodes in a row. So you have like a lot of episodes out there where you're talking about like,
right, but it is what it is. Right, if you can't accept me for my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Right, I think that's a quote that a lot of girls like hang above their bedroom mirror.
Yeah,
they get it at like TJ Maxx or Home Goods. It's like it's right next to the sign that says "Live, Laugh, Love." Is that sign right there?
I feel like if they listen to our segment about you don't know if you love them until you cheat, like I feel like girls wouldn't like that.
No, they wouldn't like it, but some might laugh.
Some might. You don't even know if we're actually
serious or not.
Serious, yeah. Are those Wisco hockey pants? The chat says, the chat's firing up a little bit.
Yeah, chat, get buzzing here. I know it's Thursday morning. I know it is ladies' night. Hockey Night in Scottsdale. .shop. Bob, we got our chin hats on right now. Fella.
Sometimes in the morning, it's like hard to get going. Like, we need like 20 minutes to warm up. I just want to say one more thing about Four Nations. How many people last night, like all these accounts and these people are just like, oh, I don't know how people could hate the Four Nations. I don't know how people were talking shit about this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, have you ever been on the internet? People hate everything. They hate, if there's something, people hate it. So,
but it's always funny too, those people that are those mouth breathers that are saying all that and are so passionate about it after they see the product of the game. Like, we didn't know how it was going to go.
Yeah, nobody knew.
I mean, obviously there was two sides of the coin, and we thought maybe it would be good at hockey. And another breath, we thought maybe it would just be a throwaway game up in Rochester. So you can't just be that guy that comes over the top. You're like, hey, what I told you is Dale this, and then like clipping things they said from 7 months ago. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
There was a ton.
I don't give a fuck what you said.
There was a ton of people.
Congrats on being right, dude.
See, I knew this was going to be a good tournament. It's like, dude,
it's one game too. Like, let's see how it is tonight.
Yeah, tonight
I don't know. I mean, the final is going to be great. I mean, the way that Canada's playing, and hopefully U.S. is there, and Sweden's no slouch themselves. But don't be that guy that's just like clipping themselves from 9 months ago, saying this tournament's going to be unbelievable. Dude, I don't care.
There was a lot of people. There was a lot of people doing that. They were like, oh, "Who hates this? What about Darlene's shove on McDavid? Yeah, McDusty got fucking bundied by Darlene. Like, I think that's might have like the tides turned a little bit.
Yeah, that was Darlene is such a big fella, dude.
Is he?
Oh man,
I didn't know that.
6'4", 230.
Darlene's 6'4".
Oh yeah, massive. Like you see him on the sheet and up close, he's huge. That's why I think he's not even scratching the ceiling yet of how good he can be. And obviously Buffalo's stinky. We don't have to get on that rant, but yeah, I think that kid, man, if once he figures it out, he puts his skating together with his offense and he's pretty mean. Like I think he has a chance to be better than Hedman. I really do.
I gotta say the Buffalo thing you just brought up. Buffalo had Eichel, Darlene, and or they still have Darlene, and they had Eichel and Reinhardt. Like that's fucking insane.
And O'Reilly.
And that's crazy. How I don't know. We don't need to talk about that actually. We talk about that a lot. But
it's hilarious. They just traded away everything they had for nothing.
Yeah, their whole team.
This is a hockey show, by the way.
What's your plan for Montreal tonight? Headed to Montreal.
I don't know. It's ladies' night. There's a good spot, a dinner spot called Grinder that I might want to touch up after the game because I think I'm gonna be landing at like 9 o'clock. So by the time I clear customs in Canada, it'll probably be 10:30. The game I think is at 8, so it'll probably just be getting over with. So there's probably be good buzz in the city.
Does that city stay open late or till like 2? I forget.
No, it's late.
Oh, it's late. Yeah, it's 5 a.m.
Yeah, you can go till 4. I'd say there.
Dude, yeah, I went there once. I did it wrong though. I was only there for like 48 hours. We ended up at a strip club, which everyone talks about the strip clubs there.
Yep.
I'm not that big of a strip club guy because I only pretend to have money, and you actually have to spend money when you're in there, which I don't like. And like the strippers were insane. Like they were like slamming their ass on your lap. Like they were like going crazy. They were burning calories. That's the only thing I really remember from that whole trip. And then I slept for the rest of the time I was there.
You know what song I really want to hear in the strip club is Rich Baby Daddy Gang.
Okay. But wait, by Sexy Red? Oh.
And SZA?
Yeah, no, I don't know. This is a hockey show. But yeah, no, I don't know what that is.
Really?
No. I don't listen to a lot. I like Drake. I just don't.
Make that coochie breathe.
Oh, I thought that was Sexy Red.
Sexy's in it.
Oh, she's in it.
And
okay.
SZA.
Okay.
Yeah. That song is a great strip club anthem. And anything Yo Gotti, too.
Yo Gotti only makes strip club anthems, which you have to respect that.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to get up to, man. I mean, am I going on another 3-day bender?
Yeah, dude. Are you kidding? Look who you're with.
Yeah,
you're going to get roped into it. I mean, you do a pretty good job at staying disciplined, though.
Yeah.
You know.
When in Rome, though.
Yeah, win in Montreal for the Four Nations and the crew you're going with. Like, not to blow up their spot, but Obi probably isn't, going to be tucked into bed by 8 p.m.
No, he's not going to be there tonight, though.
Oh, he's not?
No, but Uppy is.
Oh, my God.
And a one-on-one with Scotty Ups is almost scarier than the 3-pack rolling out. I was talking to Ups, and he was like, yeah, I'd probably just, get in a little later, just take it easy. I'm probably going to have breakfast on Friday with Shaddy, and then I'm going over to this Bauer convention. I'm like, you're not going out on Thursday? He goes, well, like, just take it easy. I go, well, the pre-scout is probably arguably the most important day. He goes, it sure is, bud. Looks like we're going. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Can you explain for everyone what a pre-scout exactly is?
Well, the pre-scout is, I like to, especially on our North Dakota golf trip, say it's Thursday through Sunday. I like to get on Wednesday because then I do the pre-scout. So the pre-scout is doing all of the film work, all running through your reps before everyone gets into town. It's like the game before the game. It's like the walkthrough in football, right? Saturday's a walkthrough, Sunday's the game in the NFL. You go through your playbook, you go through your offense, you watch a little bit of film. So I like to get out there, get boots on the ground, pop into different spots, kind of lay the land, and then set the itinerary accordingly, right? So that's the pre-scout.
pretty like unselfish of you to get in early and do all that work. That's pretty sick.
I love it. It's the best night. And usually if you can get one other guy to come in early with you, go for a nice dinner. It's a little more chill, especially if it's one of your best boys. Then you can kind of, you hadn't seen him in a year, go hang out, and then slip into one for sure.
That's the thing is like that's why I went to Montreal and I went to that strip club because this one kid wanted to. I'm not gonna name his name, but we did that, and then the rest of the time there we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. So we just wasted the whole trip because we didn't have a pre-scout. We didn't know what to do.
That's the worst. And
when
if
you do it wrong, that's the worst. That's like when I was in Europe.
Yes.
Because my friends were booking Airbnbs that don't have air conditioning and they were in ghettos and blah, blah, blah. And just like ruined my whole experience. I know no one wants to hear about a dude complaining about his Euro trip, but we did not have the lay of the land and it ruined everything.
No, that's the thing. You need one guy on the trip that's like, okay, this is what we're doing. This is our itinerary. We have a loose plan just in case all of this walking around and bopping around fails. We have something to go back to our drawing board, our playbook. Because if you don't have that, Rob, you're lost.
Yeah, you really are.
You know what I mean? Like you're out there and you're just floating around and you got no idea. The next thing you know, you end up just at the same rub and tug for the 7th night in a row because nobody else knows where to go to wheel chicks, go for a good ambiance or vibe, and you're just getting tugged off by the same Asian lady.
Rub and tugs scare me, bro. I feel like they're always going to get. I had an opportunity to go to one in Europe and I didn't because I just in my head I feel like they're going to get raided, like, and my worst fear would be getting arrested with a boner.
Yeah.
That's
it's tough because you're cuffed and then you have to stand up off the table and that cop sees your cock.
For sure. Like, I don't think they give you a towel.
It's got a ton of Diddy oil on it.
What if they raid a rub and tug and you're in there with like no clothes on? Did they bust in and
before you bust, they bust in. I mean, ask Robert Kraft, ask Justin Tucker. I mean, that guy was going to every massage parlor in Cleveland just like Deshaun Watson and asking for a rip.
Yeah, they just like it's something about him. It's something about like if they made rub and tugs more like the lobby nicer, like if they made it like they had like nice tile floors and
like
stuff,
a waterfall in the back.
Yeah, like something nice. Like don't make it so dark and like
sketchy.
Yeah,
it kind of puts you on edge.
Definitely. When I was in, it was where I can't remember. I think it was in Czech Republic. The door, it was like behind this building, and there was an alleyway, and it was just, I don't know, man. It smelled bad, and I was like, dude, I don't even want to go in here. I don't even want to come in here. I'm not saying there has to be candles, but
but you like something for the effort. Just make me feel a little bit more at home.
Make me feel like I'm going on a date. That's why I would.
This feels so transactional. This feels like I'm in some underground sewage league.
They should have a rub and tug where they actually like wine you and dine you. Like you eat a nice dinner.
You like sit down with your chick.
Yes.
You have a steak.
Yeah. That would be cool. That's actually a really good.
You could buy her some white wine.
You order Prosecco.
She's doing caviar bumps.
And then after dinner, the dessert is just, all right, flip over.
Espresso martini and a gummer.
That'd be so nice. Next thing you know, you're dating her.
This is a hockey show.
Imagine dating a chick that what happens if you found like your wife and she's great, like you're thinking about getting serious, but then she's like, I have one thing to tell you. Like I worked at I was a masseuse in downtown Manhattan for a little bit. And here's what do you mean?
It's kind of like Mike Ribeiro.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Married a stripper.
Did he?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. I didn't know that. That's why we're the best hockey show. Nobody would have known that Mike Ribeiro married a stripper.
Married a stripper.
Stripper's different, though, because you're not jerking as many guys off. Maybe.
There's a price for everything.
Yeah, there is. There is a price for everything. Did you see that video of the guy arguing outside, Rachel's in Florida?
No. Where's that?
I'm sitting here saying I'm not a big strip club guy, but I'm talking about strip clubs. It's a steakhouse, but a strip club. And we went there over Christmas break. I know I already Christmas break, like I'm in college. We went there over Christmas, and a guy recently went out and he was refusing to pay his bill, and it was for 3 lap dances, and he's like, I only got 1, and they arrested him on the spot for not paying. Getting arrested for not paying for a lap dance, dude, just pay the chick.
Well, the thing is though, is you can get, you can get scammed pretty quickly, though, too, on the other side of things.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like the next thing you know, you leave your card there and she's booking a trip to Thailand. I've had that happen to a buddy, too. Shout out to Hustlers just outside of, I think it's somewhere outside of Hollywood. But yeah. And then you're on the phone with Amex. Like, listen, Mercedes booked this trip. This wasn't me.
Yeah.
I had to go back for my card because I left it there. And the next thing you know, she's in Bangkok 48 hours later. That wasn't me.
I don't blame strippers. Though.
I mean, I might have told her I would do it at the time just for a better rate, but she went ahead and put her information on my card.
That's the thing. Dudes would be like, oh, like this strip club, they scam me. If I was a stripper, I'd be scamming dudes too. I've been naked for 6.5 hours in this dark ass, stinky, grungy club. Like, I'm gonna steal your shit.
I mean, if you're a stripper, like, how are you not just doped up the whole time?
You have to be. You have to have like such a good shampoo and conditioner when you get home.
Like, I would be getting Toradol shots every other minute. Like, I'd be getting 3 a day just so I don't feel anything in my body.
I just wouldn't want dudes touching me.
Can you touch them though? Unless they're only in the back room, right?
It depends, man. I think a lot of them, like, because guys, you know, they like grabbing their hips, like during a lap dance. Like when I was at the Spearmint Rindo drinking a $45. This is like in 2013. Dude, I got 2 vodka Red Bulls. It was $90.
Pretty good deal.
It's a steal.
45 aside.
But like dudes, like when they give you a lap dance, they tell you like you can touch or not touch.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, if I was a stripper, I would be like, get your hands off me, bro, or at least like put on Purell first. I don't know. That's like,
yeah, it's
getting touched by. It's a lot of energy transfer. This is a hockey show, but
there's got to be a lot of warts flying around, man.
For sure. And someone just said in Canada they get mad if you don't grab them. That is so Canadian.
They get mad. Yeah, I think they do because it's like it's just like it's a heartwarming thing, man. Touch, you know.
Canadian girls are nice though. They're like givers. They're like they want to fold your laundry and shit. They're so friendly.
Yeah, girls from Winnipeg are different.
I want to go to Winnipeg so bad.
Chinnipeg?
Yeah.
We should do a show from Chinnipeg.
We have to. Is anyone in the chat from Winnipeg? I've heard nothing but really good things about Winnipeg.
Sneakiest trim in North America is Winnipeg.
That's crazy. I can't even believe it until I see it.
Yeah. And
what are hot girls doing in Winnipeg?
Well, they just can't get out. They're looking for a ticket. It's like a girl in Moscow. She's just looking for a ticket. You go up to Winnipeg, you could find a quick souvenir.
You think?
Oh, yeah. Say, I'll take you to the lower 48 right now, baby. You ever been to Arizona? And she's like, no. I'm like, you ever seen a palm tree? She's like, not in real life. I went to Sandals when I was 7 years old with my stepdad, and that was it. We got sat at an all-inclusive, but I don't really remember it. I'm like, okay, well, welcome to the wet deck.
Yeah, I always forget that they
pack a bag, honey, because you might not be coming back.
I always forget they need a passport to go places.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I always feel for the homeless people in Canada. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, it's too cold to be homeless up there. You have to figure it out.
It's like they can't get below that line. It's tough. This is a hockey show.
Yeah, this is a hockey show. Shout out to chat. Get that chat fucking. What does that say about me? Rob, you say you're broke, but you got an insane sneaker collection. Because Pack over here sitting behind the scenes hooks me up, dude. That's why. And also, been to Chinnipeg 4 times. Can confirm the trim there is sneaky. That's crazy.
Yeah, Chinnipeg trim.
Isn't it cold though? Do they like cover up? Like, you know,
yeah,
girls in Ohio. What the fuck?
Yeah, who's that dude?
Dude, can we get this guy on the show? He's eating like a piece of garlic bread.
He's eating garlic bread with, he had like.
That guy's weathered. Did you see that fucking guy?
That guy had mustard and avocado toast going at the same time. I've never seen mustard on avocado toast.
I don't know if that was mustard.
What do you think it was?
Really? He's always there. Scottsdale does a pretty good job with homeless people.
Yeah.
Wait, is he homeless or does he work at Jimmy John's?
No, he doesn't.
Could be both.
He doesn't work at John's.
On the sidewalk?
I wonder what he pays per month. A lot of times they'll take the homeless people and the police will just pick them up, especially in North Scottsdale, and just drive them.
Yeah, they do a really good job.
They'll just like drive them to West Phoenix, drop off. Like, hey, buddy, you're out of here.
Like,
you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Take your skank hooker wife and your dog and get the hell out of town. I'll drive you.
I like that. It's too much sympathy for homeless people.
They'll just take them and just drive them and drop them off outside of a yard house, West Phoenix, maybe a Hooters.
I mean, good.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
I mean, I don't like, they're dirty. They're a lot of the time they're assholes.
They're tough too. Like, that guy's tough.
Yeah.
Imagine how hard they battle in the summer here. Oh my God. Where do homeless people go in the summer here? Because you can't, it's like reverse opposite of Winnipeg. Like, do they venture west?
I don't know what the fuck they do, dude. They just go to like water parks, or water parks still a thing?
Or do they just like sunbathe all day and then just jump in some man-made pond? I don't know.
It's so easy to be ripped if you're a homeless guy in the summer here. You're just out there baking, just sweating it out.
Kevin Bacon.
Just absolutely chiseled. I always say, Arizona has the hottest homeless girls.
Yeah, they are.
Remember that one girl in Vegas that was behind us in the Venetian, or was that Caesars?
She was tweaking,
but she was so hot. But it's like you can't. It's like she's so far gone. She's so high, like on crack. I don't know what she was on, but she was carrying a pillow like this, and I was like, dude, this girl.
Yeah, it'd be hard to save her. To bring that back, I mean, everyone likes a comeback story, especially Americans. We love a good comeback story, but that's a project that's
a full-blown project, bro.
That's a demolition project, and that's, you got to buy in at a high price, and you're gonna have to put a lot into that to maybe make her back.
And I feel like, well, once you go crackhead, you don't go back. I feel like they don't. I don't think you can fix a crackhead because the crack's too good.
Crack's great.
Crackheads are they're very elusive. They're sneaky. NFL running backs should do crack. You can get through any, I
think some of them do.
Probably.
You see Patty Mahomes Sr. is going to fight John Rocker.
What is that about? I saw that and I thought it was AI.
They're going to fight Rough and Rowdy in Barstool in West Virginia sometime in April. Patty Mahomes Sr., John Rocker, apparently Jr. is trying to talk to Barstool, trying to talk to Sr. about not doing it and going through with it. He's trying to axe the fight so it doesn't happen. But Senior wants the bag, and Rocker, I guess it goes back to their MLB days. These guys hate each other.
If you're Pat Mahomes, think about what's going on here. Your dad wants to fight somebody in Rough and Rowdy. Your brother Jackson, who was killing it on TikTok, sexually assaulted somebody. At some point, something's got to give. I feel bad for him almost. Why is Pat Mahomes' dad in the streets, first of all? Patrick just lost the Super Bowl.
He's shit-faced outside of a bar, and John Rocker sees him, and they start an argument 14 drinks deep.
That is so cool.
How dumb is that? And John Rocker is he's famous for being hated by the entire MLB.
Crazy racist.
And Senior is right there with him.
Yeah.
These guys, I'd actually love to see it. I think Junior, that sucks for Junior, man.
Pat Mahomes?
He's got to manage so much.
Oh, I know.
You got a dipshit brother, and your dad is equally as dumb. Your dad's going to fight. Dude, you're 58 years old.
Dude, your brother's popping pussy on TikTok. Your dad is fighting people in New Orleans in the street.
Your wife's a 4.
Your wife's annoying. I don't know if she's annoying. I don't know.
She's Kansas City hot. I take that back.
You called her a 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of forget what she looks like. I kind of been out of that.
Brittany Mafferda.
Brittany's a good name for a chick.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. John Rocker, remember he said that thing about immigrants? He's like, I hate New York City because there's so many immigrants.
Yeah.
That's a racist dude. You could tell by his back in that video. His back is so big.
Well, he's just so roided out too.
Yeah.
He was hitting the heavy bag yesterday. I saw it on Twitter.
How good was he?
Rocker?
Yeah.
Solid.
He was good, right?
Yeah, he was good.
Didn't he play for the Braves?
Yep.
No wonder he's probably living in Atlanta. Every day he walks out in the middle of Atlanta.
Shout out to Chocolate Hollywood, though.
Yeah, we got to go there. We got to do hockey night.
Hockey night from Trap Wings in ATL, and then Magic City after.
Yes, we should do our do-rag episode from Atlanta. I don't know if that's too much. We have to check in with our black correspondent. Where's Tigrity, by the way?
Who?
Our official
our black correspondent?
Yeah, it's our black guy.
Yeah.
I always check in with him.
The Somalian.
Sure. The Somalian kid, yeah.
Good
I
dude.
always check it. Whenever I say something that's borderline or I feel like I shouldn't say it, I check in with him. I actually DM him. I go, hey, can I say this, this, and that? And he says, yeah.
We would have to get clearance on the do-reg episode from Atlanta. That's because we want to respect the culture of Atlanta.
We do. But can't he give us that permission, though?
Yeah, but I would like to see maybe someone in Atlanta give us that, like Lou Williams, 6-man, 6 God. He has the key to the city to Hotlanta. Someone like that, maybe. Gucci.
Yeah, I feel like we would be disrespecting them if we did the do-rag episode in Atlanta.
Right.
Because then people would think oh, we're only doing that because we're here.
Right.
Kind of have to do it in Scottsdale.
Right. But we wouldn't be the first white guys to ever wear a do-rag in Atlanta. I will go on record and say that.
No.
There's a lot of white dudes that wear do-rags.
Eminem's probably been there.
Paul Wall.
I don't know if he's white, dude. You said that last episode. I'm like,
he's I mean, I think he's got
look that up.
He's got a little black in him, but he's got some white in him too. He's as whitey as he is black. 100%.
Yeah,
it's a people's champ.
Are there chin do-rags? We should come out with do-rags.
This is a hockey show.
The sky's the limit. We have a hat that says chin on it.
If we had hockey night in Scottsdale do-rags, see, white guys should be able to wear do-rags though. Why not?
I don't know, dude. We already copy so much stuff.
But black culture is the best.
They are the best. Dude, every white dude on TikTok that's 17 talks black. Like Logan Paul. You ever hear Logan Paul talk?
Yeah.
From the middle of Ohio. And he's saying bet and fam.
He's from Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you're from Cleveland, you're pretty black. Like, dude, Ohio is pretty black.
There's no way Logan Paul should be talking.
Cincinnati's black. Cleveland is black. I would say Columbus is white. Columbus is a white city, but Youngstown, Ohio, man.
Oh, Youngstown for sure.
This is straight up.
Yeah, where's the most ghetto place you ever played hockey?
Like in a game?
No, like
I actually lived there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chirac, San Antonio. I mean, San Antonio was sneaky ghetto. My car got broken into like 4 times.
San Antonio? Yeah. What Charles Barkley say about
all them big women of San Antonio?
Fat bitches down in San Antonio.
He goes, that ain't a river walk. That's a dirty little creek. Because San Antonio's got that river walk downtown.
Jesus.
He's like, that ain't a river. That's a dirty creek. He goes, I do have to apologize to all the big women of San Antonio. I did have me some churros last night, and they were mighty good. Because he always chirps the big women of San Antonio for just mucking churros. And Shaq is from San Antonio. So Shaq's from San Antonio.
Shaquille O'Neal's from San Antonio?
Yeah, he was part of a military family. So there's a big Air Force and military base down there. And so Shaq will always get Charles going. He's like, Chuck, what are them women eating down there in San Antonio? He was like, Shaq, they just munching on all them churros. And then Shaq is just dying laughing. Like he's got to run away because Charles starts talking about all the big women of San Antonio eating churros.
I mean, that's why that show is awesome. You have Charles Barkley on the air in the largest pregame show ever talking about how chicks from San Antonio are fat.
He said they sucked all the air out of the stadium one night, and that's why it was so hot, because all the big women of San Antonio were eating churros.
He did not say that.
Yeah, he did. He did. It was during the finals. Like it was when the Heat were playing in San Antonio. He's like, yeah, it looks like we're going back to San Antonio. And Charles was like, I ain't going back. Last time it was hot as hell in that arena. All them big women sucked all the air out of it. So Shaq literally has to leave the set because he's crying and laughing, man. But it's so true because there are so many fat chicks in San Antonio.
I feel like there's just a lot of fat chicks in Texas in general.
Yeah, but San Antonio is different, man, because it's Mexican food and then it's barbecue and then it's like fried food. So it's like the 3 fattest things you could eat all combined into one city. So you have the fat Mexican chicks, you have the fat white chicks, then you have the fat just like cowboy rancher chicks. It's crazy, man. It's a wild place.
I mean, being known for being a fat city is so nails.
Oh my god.
You go there and just everyone's fat as hell, no one cares.
Oh my god.
It's like the opposite of like LA. You walk around, everybody's just chiseled, everybody's in shape. It's a nightmare. This guy, hold on.
Irwan.
Oh, Shaq was born in Jersey, but he grew up in San Antonio. So yeah, I mean,
he's a military family. So he moved there and he went to high school in San Antonio.
Yeah, that's insane. I've never been in that area. I've connected I don't know. I've never been there.
It's crazy people go to San Antonio for vacation.
Who the fuck, dude? Come on.
There's tons of people. Like I remember like people from Wisconsin would be like, yeah, we're going on like Swish, you in town? I'm like, yeah, I'm still down here. What's up? I'm coming down to San Antonio for vacation. I'm like, you couldn't even go to South Padre Island?
Is it on the water of Gulf of Mexico?
No. It's like 3 hours inland of Houston.
What?
The people will go there for vacation.
That's like such a fucking like middle of Michigan family thing to do, I feel like.
Oh my god. And it's like they eat up this just river walk of looking at fake palm trees and going to the Rainforest Cafe, and then howl at the moon at night. Just disgusting.
Yeah, that's nasty. Get that chat. We're gonna take any questions, comments, concerns. It's about that time, people.
Yeah, load up that fucking chat.
Get that fucking chat going. Thanks for being with us here on a Thursday morning, 10 o'clock Arizona time. Just getting up and grinding it out for the people.
How long have we been going here?
At Secured Sneakers, 51 minutes or something.
Nice. Yeah, we are live from the chin of Secured Sneakers. If you're in the greater Scottsdale area, even if you want to buy a pair of sneakers, check them out at securedsneakers.com, at Secured Sneakers AZ on Insta. Folks, you can order your sneakers right from the chin of Scottsdale. They ship everywhere, and they ship to NBA players, NFL guys,
NHL
rappers,
guys,
artists, NHL players. So check it out. It's legit. It's located on Scottsdale Road, just across from the Commons. Fella.
Someone said thoughts on ROTC chicks. What is that? Like girls that sign up for the army, but they don't go? Or they go?
The ROTC Honor Guard. Yeah, I mean, a lot of chicks like a dude in a uniform. Those pants are tight enough. I like a chick in a uniform too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I feel like girls in the army cheat a lot, or they're cheating on you with a girl though. I feel like
Yeah,
definitely you got to be. If you're a
'cause
girl in the army, like I feel like the better ones are bi.
100%. And on the other side of the ball, if you're if you're in the army as a dude, you know your chick's cheating on you if you get deployed. It just sucks.
Oh, it does suck, but it's definitely true. I
Yeah.
mean, chicks need to get whacked.
And they just need comfort.
Yeah, they do. They need someone to get that fucking chat going. I saw something, but thoughts on it's like a dope setup in here. We're gonna have to do this again. This is sick.
It's nasty.
We got to do this during prime time. What time do you close? We should do one time. We should do one at 7 or 7:15 or something.
Yeah.
Closing early the shop for Hockey Night in Scottsdale. Yeah, we should. This is a dope setup. What's the security detail like at Secure? Why are you asking that? What does that mean?
Yeah. What do you tried to rob the joint?
Is this a hockey show? Yes. Chicks with shaved. Everyone's just talking about pussy in the chat.
ROTC chicks equal tag chasers. Thoughts on Amat's earrings, please. Tough look for captain. When you're the league leader in goals and you had 69 bunks last year, you can do whatever you want as far as I'm concerned. Michael Jordan wore an earring. NBA players wear it. Do what you want, fella.
Yeah, bro. If you're making $15 million a year, like
Yeah.
you can, Austin Matthews can get fake tits, and I'll be like, I don't blame him.
He can get a BBL and be like, dude, not bad.
That would kind of be sick. Swiss chicks in Bridgeport, Connecticut. This guy wants a review on the women of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Oh my God. I don't think I saw anything when I was there, dude, to be honest. First thing I thought when I got to Bridgeport is, when can I leave?
Yeah, it's not pretty down there. Everybody's on something down there.
Oh God, yeah. Like
lot
the
of
surrounding
heroin.
areas are whatever, but yeah, I mean, you got to go into like Stamford if you want something. I was a restricted free agent at the time, but I don't remember seeing much. I think you got to go into the city if you're a single guy.
Yeah, Connecticut is just it's
not perfect.
Yeah, it's horrible actually. It's not even a real state. This guy, I believe he was in here asking before, what's the biggest girl you've ever taken down? Like, I don't even know how to answer that, dude. Like,
what is Shannon?
I've really never messed with fat girls. It's not that I have anything against them. It's just I don't know.
I've never whacked a fat chick, but definitely a leaf eater with some meat on her. Probably like 180. 180. She's hardly a lady. What does Shannon Sharp say? 210. Count me in.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I would probably say, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not like having them step on the scale though.
Who is this?
We're talking about hot
Is that
homeless
a homeless
chicks.
chick?
I don't know.
She did not look homeless, and you have a guy with a crutch in this place, dude. Yeah, homeless. That girl had thoughts of Thunder Bay. All I know about Thunder Bay is that the Stahl brothers are there, and I think it's funny how homophobic they are. I don't know if they're homophobic. I don't know why people say phobic. Doesn't that mean you're scared of gay people?
Yeah.
I'm not scared of gay people.
No.
I'm not scared of them.
Nobody's scared here.
They're forcing themselves on me, like I'd be a little concerned, but I'm not phobic.
Bortuzzo's from Thunder Bay too.
Is he?
Yeah. Good spot.
Nice. My buddy works at a dealership in Toronto where a lot of Leafs bring their cars. He's cleaned the inside of a lot of them, and he said Willie Styles loves the vapes. I don't know. I don't like when guys do that because, like, come on, like, dude, what?
Who cares like why, whatever you smoke.
Why are you telling people what's in guys' cars?
Yeah, that should be like information that should be withheld, like a doctor.
That's like when guys are like, "Yo, I know this chick that like got a BJ from this guy once." It's like, dude,
yeah,
come on.
I know this. Yeah, like I know this dude that kicked a chick out after she sucked it from the back. It's like, yeah, that happens.
Massachusetts chicks, for the most part, all think they're eights. Yeah, Massachusetts chicks have a different type of confidence.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. They all think like
they just all think they're rockets.
They all think like the thing with them is like they're on a lot of Percocet and they think they're Christina Aguilera. It's like, no, her nose ring looks good, like because she's hot.
Right.
You look like you don't. I don't want to criticize the way women look because I'm ugly, but girls in Massachusetts think they're eights. That guy's absolutely right, and they will be 3.5.
You're not Blake Lively in the town.
Exactly. They all think that.
Like, you don't have that sexy little voice and Seth. You're just not.
What do you guys have to? What do we have to do to get you boys to DC? I don't know. Maybe not break into my apartment every time I live there.
DC, man, I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
you got to go in there with like salmon colored shorts, Sperry boat shoes, a collared shirt, and you have to act like you're in Sigma Nu for the weekend.
I just don't like how political it is down there. Like,
So
I don't
preppy
want to
too.
get kidnapped and
A lot
you're
of
tied up in a basement and there's candles around you.
A lot of Brooks Brothers.
Beyonce is there and Jay-Z and they're like, I don't know. Trey Songz is there and they're sucking on some. I don't know. I just weird. The deep
Stephon Diggs is
state. I
getting
don't know. I just don't really fuck with it. I get scared about. I don't know what this guy means. This is Baker, the candlestick maker, is officially the highest person in the chat. I don't even know what he's saying.
This is the Pentagon. He said the Pentagon maybe 600 times. So I don't know if he's actually at the Pentagon or he works there or he looks at it through his window, but he is all in on the Pentagon.
Yeah, I just don't even know what that means. Thoughts on Benner last night? He gets a crazy amount of hate. I mean, I said it last night. I like him. I thought he played, maybe a little shaky at first, but the guy's a championship caliber goalie, and I don't think there should really be blame on him. Like, guys let in a couple easy ones. It happens. It's one game. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, those are fucking some of those too. Like that first goal, Brodin was tipped by somebody.
Yeah, I wasn't saying there was
Canada. And then, I mean, he stood tall on OT when they really needed him most. Bailed his boys out, and then obviously they ended the game. But yeah, I thought he was solid. I thought he was, I mean, either him or Hillard, you can't go wrong with 2 Stanley Cup goalies. That's the only team in the tournament that has 2 mug-winning goalies. So say what you want about their goaltending in Canada. Those guys, either one of them are going to show up at the big time.
I was just going to say that. They're both big-time goalies, which matters the most. Like, they play well under pressure. Let's see here. Hold on. Background is nails. Thank you. Shout out Secured Sneakers in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Fella.
Use code Hockey Night in Scottsdale here, and it's 100% off.
Get you any sneaker you want.
Thoughts on Thompson not being selected despite being 18-1-1 at the time? The team was made because him and Cooper don't get along. Is that like a rumor? I don't know if that's true or not. I feel like that's a rumor. Scooter, I feel like that's a rumor because you're the same guy that said that your buddy was going through Willie's car and talking about vapes and shit. We got the Scooter, official rumor boy of the chat.
Yeah, rumor has it.
Switching Gucci, who's your favorite team and player in the association?
All time? I mean, that's J.R. Swish, J.R. Faded Smith. I mean, he's unbelievable. The only guy to famously play every single game high and smoke at halftime. So that's my favorite of all time. Lou Williams is up there too, 6th man of the year, all-time players. Right now, though, I don't know, man. Like, I was really big on Jimmy Buckets, Big Face Coffee. Loved him in that run that Miami had a couple years ago. Right now, though, man, I don't know. Like, I just maybe Ant Edwards. I like his game. Wemby's nasty. I really like what he does with the Brock. I don't know, man. I like D Book, Klay Thompson. I'm just a fan of the association.
You're within the whole NBA.
I'm just a fan of the game. I really am.
I like Ant Edwards because he has a baby mama that's 38.
Yeah. That's
cool.
not his only baby mama, but yeah, one of them.
I like all the guys in the NBA that just have like I'd say like once you hit 5+ baby mamas too much, maybe you have a problem. But
that's what AB always says. Like, he loves his collection of baby mamas.
Oh, dude, they collect baby mamas.
Like, it's pretty nails to have a collection. That's how you view your baby mamas. Like, it's like at this point, I'm just adding to my collection. Like, it's on the wall.
Bring back having a baby mama. I feel like it was hot in like the early 2000s.
Tyreek Hill specifically added one of his baby mamas that was a plus size model to his collection because he didn't have one like that. And he wanted a little bit of a thicker kid. So that was his 12th or 13th baby mama, which is pretty impressive. Much. Well, I mean, man, it's a baker's dozen. It rounds it out.
It's a lot of child support, dude. So many birthday parties too for your kids and shit.
That if you remember, yeah. If Tyreek Hill, you went down the line and asked him the name of his kids, he might go 8 for 13.
Oh, dude, that'd be crazy. That's crazy.
It's a pretty good percentage, though. It's like 60%. It's not bad.
Isn't Jalen Green's girl like 42 with an 18-year-old son? He's maybe 23. I mean, that's just the NBA. That's awesome.
Again, but like, that's one of his girls. Like, just because even if you have a girlfriend or if you're married on paper, That doesn't mean anything in the association.
Anthony Edwards has a 65-year-old baby mama.
Anthony Edwards lives at one of my buddy's places in Mini.
Just plays video games in there all day.
He took all the artwork down and put up like Malcolm X, Dr. King, all this different stuff. He took all my buddy's shit down, and then he also put a fence in on his place. Like he got back to his place after the NHL season, and the guy just had a fence. He's
Why?
like,
Keep the dogs in?
and Edwards just built him a fence. He's like, dude, do you want to buy this place? He's like, nah, I'll just keep renting it for an ungodly amount of money. It's like, dude, you make $50 million a year. Pretty sick.
Yeah, that is sick.
That's the NBA.
Great stream last night, fellas. Appreciate it, dude. Appreciate it. There's a good energy last night. We were buzzing. Yeah, this guy said Aunt Edwards plays 2K all day while she brings home Happy Meals. Yeah, chat was buzzing last night. Appreciate it. But yeah, we'll take a couple more and then we'll get the hell out of here. Swish has got to go. But Thursday morning,
live from the chin,
Scottsdale, Arizona.
We got a solid amount watching here.
How many?
131.
Right now?
Yeah.
It's 131 fucking people in here?
Yeah, I got a good amount of people stopping in, hanging out. This is Secured Sneakers. Again, for all your sneaker needs, come over to Secured Sneakers in Scottsdale. Go check them out, securedsneakers.com, as well as go over to HockeyNightScottsdale.shop. We got the chin hats that we're wearing right now and are obviously our team-issued hoodies, the patch logos. Fellas, let's take a couple more questions. Again,
I didn't know there was that many people in here. That's pretty good for a Thursday morning, dude. We're notoriously a little bit slower in the mornings just because it's the mornings, but hope you guys are enjoying this fucking shit.
It's been solid, man. Swish, did you catch any footy matches when you were playing in Europe? Yeah, I went to the chin of AC Milan. Actually, I went there on a solo mission. It was one of the best nights I've ever had. Sat there, watched the game alone because all of my teammates on my Swiss team were a bunch of nerds. So I took the train down to Milano, had a night. And afterwards, fuck, what a city. We got to get there, fella. The Olympics is there next year in Milan. Let's go.
We should do that. If we get if we get one sponsorship deal, even if it's like no money,
yeah,
we're going.
Yes.
I got a question
like
about
if it covers like half a flight, we go.
How come, Pac? How come the women have such better colorways on the shoes? They do dudes like order? Can I order women's shoes but 2 sizes up, and you'll never notice? Like it's the same dunk, it's the same like model. Will people know I'm wearing women's shoes or no?
Yes,
they will. What do you mean? Oh, dudes that know sneakers will be like, that guy's wearing women's shoes. Because I just like the colors better. I don't know if that means I'm gay or like I just like the. When I first started coming here, I was like I'm like, dude, I need something black or gray. Like I was just like. But I mean, look at these fucking things. I'm rocking these. Like, these are sick. You ever see these?
What are those? Are those Black History Month shoes?
Black History Month specials.
It is February.
Air Force Black History Month.
I was gonna say, are you rocking the black? Yeah.
I don't know what are these called.
Those are the George Floyd ones.
The George Floyd ones. You heard it here first. I feel like these are made out of recycled materials. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's right. And they have the pocket in here
for dope.
Yeah, I put a bunch of weed in here, and then I took it out. I thought I was like being funny, and then these smelled like weed for like 3 weeks.
What do you think it was?
I don't know, dude, but it's sick. Rob, what do you have suction cupped to your shower wall? That's the thing. Like if I ordered women's dunks from you a couple sizes too high, and somebody realized like, hey, bro, you're wearing women's dunks. That's gay. I'll be like, no, you know what's gay? And I've said it once, I'll say it again. If you walked into my bathroom and there was a dildo suction cup to the wall, that's gay. Not wearing women's dunks. That's not gay.
If you had a dildo suction cup to the side of your shower wall, I would call you Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, that's arguably because that's gay. There's no way around it. It's not a bad thing if that's what you're into, whatever. But
no, but calling a David Spade, that is gay.
Yeah. What's your most expensive shoe in here? Or is that, do you not want to say because of security purposes, or 100,000 for
100 bands, fella?
100 fucking thousand?
100,000, 100,000, 100,000, 100,000.
There's a shoe that's 100 grand in here.
Bands.
Get the fuck out of here. Can we show it?
What is that?
Yeah, what is this thing? Oh my
And it has
god!
Gucci on the back of it, or was that just like a print?
Feels like
What?
a lion's mane.
Oh my
I don't even know what. It feels like the outside of a jellyfish or something.
50 a shoe?
These are 100 grand.
50 a shoe.
So
Wow. Do you think, like, who would buy this? Like an NBA guy? Yeah. Right.
Can I see? Can I see those again? Spill coffee all over it by accident. These are crazy, dude.
Put it on your Amex.
I want to try. I'm not gonna.
Do you
try
think if
that
you
one.
bought those, the value would go up?
Look at the front. This is crazy. So this is 50,000 in my hand right here.
That's a brick.
These are fucking sick. These are, yeah, someone said packs the goat. Hell yeah. Someone said those are so ugly. I actually like them.
For 50?
50 racks,
You got
dude.
50 on your left.
Who dictates the market like that? Like
Sneakerheads.
Yeah, like who though?
It's like, it's kind of like, you know.
Who's like a good sneakerhead? Clayton Keller. He could probably buy those. If he doesn't buy those, he's a pussy. I'm gonna tell him. You're a cheap bitch if you don't buy those. Wait, does he know what those look like? Okay. He knows those are 100 though. I'm gonna send him a picture of it and say that if you don't get these, you don't support local businesses. This just in: Clayton Keller does not support local businesses if he doesn't buy those $100,000 Nikes. Diddy is a sneakerhead.
Diddy is a sneakerhead.
Remember we talked about Diddy for like 6 episodes in a row.
I don't think there's been a pod we haven't mentioned at least one Diddy drop since maybe September.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
Someone texted me and was like, you guys have to stop. I don't like when people do that. You guys have to stop talking about this. You have to stop. Dude, it's our podcast. No one can tell us what to do, but someone said, like, you guys are talking about Pete Diddy, like, a little too much.
A Diddy drop was probably minus 250 for a while, at least one. Like, it wasn't good odds.
Gift those to the GOAT, Tyler NS. Yeah, those are good odds. Yeah, shout out Tyler NS. All right, I think the show needs a soundboard. Is our audio fine? Chat's heating up right now.
Chat is buzzing.
I don't know what time we're at an hour and 12. Do you open in 20 minutes? Someone comes in. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Secured Sneakers. You want to come on the show?
Remember that? I think the sickest moment of Secured Sneakers and Butter Golf was when that dude in French Montana's posse bought a Butter Golf hat. He had no idea what he was buying. How sick was that? You texted me, someone in French Montana's group just bought a Butter Golf hat. That was nasty. And then I was just strictly playing French Montana for like a week. Oh, French Montana's actually sick.
He was like,
I was to go see him in concert.
I love the way he always goes, Han. You don't
pop
even know
that,
what
don't
means.
stop. Pop that, don't stop. Pop that.
Don't stop. Pop that, pop that, pop that. Pop.
He's in Stay Scheming too with Ricky.
Yeah, French Montana's fucking. He's that different kind of.
Oh,
that Moroccan dude.
And French Montana is like one of those guys when he walks in, he's got like that Fat Joe swag. You know, like they're almost cooler off the stage than they are on.
Definitely.
DJ Khaled's the same way. I don't even think DJ Khaled's that cool.
I like DJ. I think he's funny.
Another one.
I think he's like so. I don't want to say the R word about DJ Khaled, but he has something going on. Like, did you ever see that video where he's talking about the ocean? They're like, "What do you want for dinner?" He just goes, "The whole ocean." And they're like, "What do you?"
So is that like this? Is that
Mr. Khaled? What do you mean by that?
Is that like slang for "I want the seafood tower"?
Like he wants everything in the whole ocean.
I want the ocean, baby.
He just said, "Give me the ocean." What do you do if you're a personal chef for DJ Khaled?
And he says, "I want the ocean."
He's screaming at you.
You fucking give him the ocean.
I want the whole ocean.
I'll take the Frank. What, sir? I'll take the ocean, baby.
It's a funny. He blew up on Snapchat. He was the first one to have like a consistent Snapchat story, and he was just thanking God every day. And every day he was working out, but he was getting fatter.
MJ loves him.
What's that?
MJ.
I feel like I would get along with DJ Khaled.
Like he gives him all of his, collector items, Jordans. He always sends them stuff. I mean, obviously it's good marketing, but he does. MJ ain't doing that for anybody. He doesn't care, but he loves Khaled.
We the best. There's no other way around it.
Another one.
He should open up like a Chinese food place just called We the Best.
Yeah.
That would be a good name for a Chinese food. What do we got here going? We're going to wrap this up. I mean, I'll fucking keep going all day. I don't give a shit.
Who's the first NHL player Hockey Night Scottsdale has on? Look, we've had a bunch of NHL guys on. We'll probably get some guests on here. It's just always hard bothering a guy on a Wednesday and the dog days, the season. Like, hey, you want to come on our stream at 6:00? And it's, they got wives, kids, but we'll get some guys on here shortly. I think.
Yeah, we'll get some people on.
We've had my bro on. We've had Binner on. Darren McCarty's popped on, ex-National Leaguer. Detroit City's finest.
Darren McCarty comes on the show. One of the first things he says is how he's sober now, and then just sparks up the biggest blunt I've ever seen.
It was a 10 gram. It was a 10-gram blunt,
It was huge.
and he took it right to the chin.
And what was he talking about? He was actually he was a cool guy, man. Like the shit he was saying made sense. He went on like this. I know he was high as hell, but he went on this motivational speech.
Yes,
and it was good. Nail gun. Let's see.
I thought Swish was black for way too long when I first started listening. That's actually such a compliment.
I think that's a chick in the chat. That was a girl last night that was trying to marry you.
Yeah, and she was mad that we were talking about sets too.
She was?
Yeah, because she has natural nukes. So
there's nothing wrong with natural titties. Did we say natural titties were bad?
Yeah. Well, we didn't say they're bad. We just said, we appreciate a good set.
I mean, dude, we're kind of a product of our environment. Everyone here is made out of plastic.
I mean, there's a med spa every 300 feet here.
There's a plastic surgeon on every block here.
That's all you see. It's like call Rafi and a med spa. That's the only ads you see around here.
Someone said just don't get Sean Avery.
Shane O'Ferda, yeah, he was on.
Shane O'Brien was on. Who else?
Demers has been on.
Speaking of sets, we need Allie Ray back on the show.
Sugar Ray.
I constantly flirt with Allie Ray in Chinese. I don't know if it's called flirting. I don't know what it is. But when I get drunk and I go into Chinese mode on the weekends, Allie Ray and I go back and forth on Twitter. She has a nice set. See, that's the type of thing that's going to bite me in the ass when I'm like actually trying to settle down in 25 years.
But you got to accept me for right now.
She's like, you're on a podcast talking about other girls' tits?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
what do you expect me to do?
I mean, let's not.
I'm a middle-aged asshole.
We should get Tony on. Could you imagine how mad the Subaru community would be if we got Tony D'Angelo on?
Oh, my God. I mean, I was tweeting about advocating for Tony D'Angelo coming back to the NHL, and I had literally the left-wing specialist come right at my chin. The next thing you know, Lou Lamoriello, the godfather of hockey, steps in and signs a fucking kid.
You were right, though. You were right about it. The
100%.
entire city of Seattle and Portland were furious at you.
Oh, my God. San Francisco, people were just waking up and just running to my doorstep. I was like, what's going on right now? Why do you have a dragon sleeve tattoo? But I might have to get buzzing here, fella. I got to go pack.
All right. We're going to wrap this fucking thing up, guys. Thanks for joining. Shout out to Secured Sneakers for having us. This is a hell of a setup. I'm sure we'll be back for all your needs. Sneakers, T-shirts. I got hats, everything. Dude, it's a drip factory in here, if you will.
It's an absolute drip clinic in here, like a leaky tailpipe coming off a 79 Chevelle, fella.
It's great ownership too, man. Like I've been in other sneaker stores where it's like you walk in there and it's kind of like it's not even a good business. The owner's just selling bad cocaine, and the storefront is just an excuse to clean out your money a little. This is the real deal.
Yep.
This is where you should go. I know you guys will pop in here. I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it. And giveaway question. Good fucking call, Webstero. After this is over, we always do this. Go to the YouTube video. It publishes right away. And comment something that Swish is going to come up with
favorite
right now.
rapper.
Favorite rapper? Comment your favorite rapper in the comments on the YouTube video when this drops, right when we end the stream. And we're going to give away a chin hat to somebody. Or whatever hat you want, actually.
Yeah, once we put this on YouTube, again, go comment your favorite rapper. French Montana, BBL Drizzy, Wayne, Kendrick, whoever it is, Sexy Red. Comment who it is. Paul Wall, Nelly, the St. Lunatics, Moneybag Ferda, Baby, Dirk, whoever it is. Comment on this YouTube video. Again, thank you.
And subscribe
to Secured Sneakers. Like, subscribe, comment, send it to all your buddies. Enjoy this at the cubicle. We out. It is ladies' night, baby. Woo!
Chatted 566 comments. That's a record. All right, everybody. Peace.
It's got to have